to how to set up EQEMU for Windows. Alright, so today we're gonna set up the Windows version of EQEMU, Everquest emulator, and go through all these steps and see how it works. I have not tried it yet. So I'm starting this video with a Windows virtual machine. It's Windows 10 64-bit. I don't have anything on here. I did download the files on it just to save some time there. But we'll go through all that as we go. So let's go ahead and get started here. I have not done this before. So like all my videos, I try to do it in one take of what it is. You know, it's like if I have an error or some kind of problem, I want to experience that, go through that, and make sure that it is shown that there is, an issue that could come up. I've noticed in some videos that people cut out the trial and error part to make things work, to make it seem like it just works, when in fact things do not always just work. So we already have this. I downloaded the ISO from Microsoft and installed it into VirtualBox. And let's see. I think I updated it with some patches or whatever, but I hadn't installed Firefox because I don't like Microsoft Edge or whatever it's called. And yeah, I did download the files. So let's see. We're gonna need assumes you have a clean install Windows and internet connection. We got that. 2 to 10 minutes. All right. So we can download the files. All right, I got those. We're gonna extract these two. Let's go here. Folder EQEMU. Go that way. Go ahead and cut this and put it right here. Just gonna paste that. And then let's go ahead and put this on our quick list so we can. Come on, really? There we go. And go ahead and extract all. Extract it here. Not with the default unzipper. All right, let's get this going. All right, we got everything right there. Let's go ahead and move those there. Let's take that full file, delete that, and we'll leave the original executable. I mean the archive there. All right, we got that done. Run the installer. That's where we're at. All right, this file right here. This is the batch file. I do not have file name extensions. There we go. Let's run this as administrator. All right, this is the same as the Linux version that we had done in a few episodes a while ago. I think it's been months at this point. So let's let this go. And then while that goes, let's see what is going on. Here, let's bring this up just a little bit. There. All right. Son of a gun. There we go. Okay, this is gonna install MariaDB, which is MySQL. Strawberry Pearl. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, it's already set it up. Root password is EQEMU. It's going to download the Microsoft redistributable for C++. There's a bunch of scripts we're going to have to look at. While this is downloading, let's go over here. VS Code. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and download this. I think we're gonna have to edit something, and I don't really like using Notepad. And I prefer VS Code over most editors at this point. Alrighty. Alright, we got that downloaded. Go ahead and close that out. Let's bring this back up. Alright, we're installing, it's downloading all the maps, getting all that going. Okay, so while that is going, let's go ahead and copy these Can I put them right here? Right here, okay. So this is a link to my MacroQuest install folder. If you need to know how to do that, I think I covered that in the original setup video. And then this is a batch file to run the test client. Let's see if I can it's a little bigger. All right, so this will load up the MacroQuest command server. This will open up a test client. It's the one I have that's specifically set for testing, not to mess up my real stuff. And yeah, it'll run that. And let's see here. That's still copying stuff. Let's see what the next steps are. Okay, post installation. When the installation is complete, press any key to continue. We should have something that looks a lot like that. Which, this one, we're getting there. We're not quite there yet. All right, we're gonna want to set up our server name, and then we're gonna need to do set our character GM, but we're gonna need to log in first, so we won't have to worry about that. But we'll go through it all. Login server. Okay, if I want to use a login server, yeah, I usually do this myself. The private LAN play. It's public login server. All right. Okay, it seems pretty standard compared to the interesting ports forwarded. There's a REST API. Okay, that's cool. I'll have to take a look at that. But yeah, it seems pretty standard compared to the Linux install. I think this is the same script, honestly. It just downloads the Windows version of everything. So just let this keep going. But yeah, this was a video request from one of the viewers asking how to get it done on Windows to do kind of the same solo play that I do with the Linux server. But yeah, seems to be fairly straightforward so far, but I mean we haven't got it all set up yet, so I'm gonna let this keep going and I'll be right back when it's done. Like we're getting some action here. Oh, finally. All right, so it looks like it downloaded all the quests. Let's see, download more quests and the project. Yeah, EQEMU master. All right, it's extracting the Lua scripts now. I think those are the Perl. It's like the there's a Perl version of some scripts, and then they started moving everything to Lua, which is a different programming language. So I think those are downloading now, and it's probably faster on real hardware. I think I only gave this machine, let me see, actually I gave it 8 gigs of RAM and maybe one processor. Yeah, it looks like one processor, so on real hardware this would be quite a bit faster, I would hope. And on my my real VM I use for actually playing the game, I have I think 16 gigs of RAM with 4 cores dedicated to the VM that I run. So, and I haven't had any server issues at all with it set like that. I know previously with other games, like I had a Conan Exile server, and anything less than 4 gigs in the VM, it would not do very well. Alright, so it's downloading the latest PEQ database, which pretty much has all the game data. And what else it downloaded all the scripts already. Let's see here. Yeah, everything's there. And so, let's see. Took about 10 minutes to download and install so far, I think. The video runtime's at 17 minutes at the moment, so I think there was 7 minutes of intro and whatnot going on there. So let's see, where are we? What's in the installer? Okay, those are in order. Alright, let's go ahead and get MacroQuest running. So it's good to go. Okay. And I think in one of the episodes I was complaining incessantly about how if you hit the tilde key, it makes your clients like kind of like do like a switch between clients, like it's a cycle. And it turns out there's a bug in that version or something like that that's shipped with that version of MacroQuest that you can download on the website here. Let me see if I can find that just so I can reference it real quick. Project EQ Grand Creation. No, that's not it. Come on, where is it? There, projecteq.net. Alright, let's bring this back in. Alright, so this is like the main developers of all the quests and everything like that. It's awesome. Whoever runs this is a hero among humans. But if you go down here to general, let's see here, where is it? Setup guide, how to play. Let's make this a little bit bigger. So I cover this in the other video, but this tells you pretty much how you can get going on their server, and it directly correlates to setting up on your own server. But here is the approved MacroQuest build. You can click on this and download it here, and that'll give you MacroQuest. But the tangent I was going on there is that inside of that build, if you don't run it as administrator, from what I can tell, it will not respect the config file. Let's see if I can pull that up. MacroQuest. I think it's this default INI. Yeah, here it is right here. So this right here, I believe, is set to tilde by default, and to get rid of that, you set it to 0, and then I set up this command shortcut right here to run it from my directory, but I have to run it as administrator, and that's the only way it'll reload that default INI file at all. When you just run it normally through other means, I couldn't get it to ever respect what was inside of that file for config. And that's just to get rid of the if you accidentally hit tilde, just automatically switch between characters and stuff like that. Because Alt-Tab works perfectly fine for doing that, and I keep hitting it with my hand. So that's one thing that took me forever. I downloaded the source code to MacroQuest, but you can't recompile it without having a specific header file that they do not include in the header file or in the source archive for some reason, and I cannot find it anywhere on the internet. It's like EQEMU.h, and then you have to have the once you have that, you still have to have the offsets for the client, and it's like server specific for some things, and yeah, it's a real nightmare of trying to get that going. I think I spent 2 days just trying to figure out how to get rid of the tilde thing, and then I finally figured out running as administrator would resolve most of that. from directly launching it from the folder. Let's see here, but yeah, I will link this page, and I don't need that one. And this is an excellent resource. I'll link this too. It's a complete gearing guide, 1 to 60. Look at this. Wow. Tells you everything to do, pretty much, like gear-wise, all the different quests you can do. Go into paw. Perfect items. Wow. Who did this? Apollo. That's awesome. But yeah, I don't play on that server just because I have some serious connectivity issues. That's one of the reasons why I stopped streaming. Is I'm on a mesh network to my living room, and it's like I can't get a direct connection that's fast enough, and having everything on wireless, it's just like been a nightmare. And I'm trying to run a cable through the wall on my this way, through my wall, through my closet, through a stairway, up through the side of a wall in another room, and then over into like an utility room where I can access the fiber for the house. It's quite an ordeal, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it done, and I can't find a contractor to do it. But once I get that done, I'll have my connectivity fixed, and I'll be able to get stream again. It's like takes forever to upload videos and all that stuff. So, but yeah. So I'm gonna let this finish out, and then I'll be back. Alrighty, we're here. Everything's installed now. And let's see here. In order to connect, okay. So good. I don't think we need to do anything in here. So let's go ahead and exit out here. Let's pop open post install. What was the file? EQEMU config. Where does it store it? On this version. There we go. Oh, I didn't install VS Code yet. I should have did that in between. Alright, let's get this going real quick. Should be a quick install. Next, install. But yeah, so this is fairly straightforward so far. I think we got everything installed. I will edit this config real quick. Let's go back right here. Go ahead and close that. Want to restart Windows. Get it to show up here. So, all right, we need to. What do we need to do here? Short name and long name. I mean, those can stay the same for now. Let's see here. That should be fine. Login server. Host. This should be 127.0.0.1. I do not use the real login servers. That should theoretically work. We'll try this out and see. I'll have to look at my real config to see if there's anything I'm missing. Let's see. Server comes with a configured login server. All right, perfect. All right, let's. All right, this is a folder with my EQ client in it for the test one. Let's go ahead and open up this one. I think I already set the IP address to this VM's IP. So let's get the IP address, which is 122. File did not open. Open in code. That is just buggy. There we go. So 192.168.4.122.5.999. Okay. Perfect. Let's go ahead and close that out. We already launched MacRequest, so let's see if we can go ahead and connect to this server. We'll use the bat file. And if you need to see the bat file, it's in the download that you can get from I put the wrong path in, it looks like. In this setup guide, it gives you all these batch files for doing stuff. So let me see what I did wrong here. Everquest, ROF, oh, I left the v6. All right. Save that. Get rid of some of the stuff. And we should be good now. Is it still recording everything? Yep. There is a client. There we go. All right, let's make an account. All right, not sure. Oh, I think it's trying to quick connect, not let me select the server. You know what, also? I did not start the server. Let's see. Start with logon. There we go. That's what the problem was. I forgot to run that executable, which is doing all kinds of stuff. Let's allow access to all the ports on the VPN. I can't click these fast enough, I guess. Wow, that's a lot of windows. Okay, let's go back here. Let's log out. Let's restart that just in case. Yeah, I was connected to it, it's just not showing the server. Let's minimize these. But yeah, we're almost there. And let's go back to this, see if there's anything I'm missing. There we go. That's the installer server I just made. I did not name it. Let's go ahead and play. Come on. My VM is terribly slow. Let's see if we can see what it's doing. See, client authenticated from my IP address, and you can see key. Looks like he's trying to connect. Client disconnected from server. Why did it disconnect from server? Secure. Login server. Everything's up. Let's minimize that one. Alright. That is weird. Let's try again. You know what? Let's do this. Even though I did all the exceptions for the firewall, I bet there's still some kind of firewall issue going on. So let's just turn off the firewall for the server. There we go. That's gonna completely complain to us. Let's kill that. Close that. And we can close all that. Yeah, that's just gonna fail. Close the window. Let's see. Everquest game. Not responding. End that task. Alright, let's start it again. Let's go ahead and close that window. And where'd our server go? Okay, we got the disconnect, removing client. Alright, we got a local login. Login succeeded. Can't get the window to pop up though. See chat channels from database. There we go. So let's play Everquest. So then the client gets disconnected again. Interesting. Let's look and see if we missed a step here. Change the server name. Ports are all fine. Stop server. Let's see. Yeah, I have all that set. Oh, then maybe I didn't do this. Here, let's kill the server. Alright, the server's down. We need to open up login.json. Let's get the code up and drop it in here. So we have auto create clients true, or create accounts true. Everything's good there. That looks fine. It's the default password for everything. That should be fine. Let's rename the server just for... Let's give it a test. Alright, that should be fine. Here, let's do this. So this is my real server. I'm gonna compare the configs real quick. And then just this. This is EQEMU config. Let's see if we can get this bigger. There it is. What am I doing different on this server? World, true key. Login server 1, host. Oh, let's set this to its IP address. Maybe that matters. 192.168.4.122. And then down here for long name, short name, I had to add this address field. I think I mentioned that in a comment, which then 92.168.4.122. Save. All right, let's try that. Let's start the server again. All right, it's gonna sit there. Server is... Alright, looks like he already logged in. I put something wrong in the... I didn't do something in here. What did I forget? I forgot the comma. There you go. Live debugging. Let's see here. Start. There we go. That's going. That's all loading up. Close that one. Scripts necessary. Come on. Alright, the server name is changed. Everything's loading. And timeout occurred. Okay, let's just redo that. It's gonna have to re-download that server information. I don't know if it's does it in real time or not. Alright, let's close that, minimize that. There it is. Jeez. There's the server. Let's see if we can actually get into it now. This looks different. There we go. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and create a character. Make sure everything lets us get in. Let's do a halfling. Let's do... I like the name Lothar. And let's just do a warrior. I did the tutorial, but that doesn't matter. All right, so there we go. Let's close out this. I don't know why that always opens, but there we go. We've set up a server. Let's see, we have our server set up in Windows. We configured everything after several tries. I spelled address wrong, so that field apparently does not matter. I'm assuming this is what fixed it. But yeah, so this field probably does not matter. I don't know. I don't really think it does at this point. I think it just I had to have the host here instead of the local host, which probably makes sense because the login server directs you to possibly this server. I don't know how this is configured. I just don't know. But there we go. Got everything set up and we're good to go. So yeah, this is I think the end. Let me make sure we didn't miss anything down here. Nope, that's everything right there. I've never done this bot stuff, so that's something to try. I always just make a bunch of characters. It's more interesting for me. But yeah, I think that covers everything. I will link this setup guide here, and I will link this one. I think I mentioned this already, and I'll link these. I'll link all of this stuff in the description, and you can go from there. If you have any questions, just ask in the comment section. I will try my best to figure out the answer. I honestly recommend running it from Linux. I don't really like to use Windows unless it's for playing video games. I do all my non-video game stuff in either OS X or Linux, so I highly recommend that over using it on Windows, but it is an option. If you're gonna do it, I would put it in a VM like this. Just make sure it has more than more cores and more processors. I don't know how well it would work if you were on the same box and it's all running in the same space. I'm not sure. I haven't tried that yet. But yeah, so thank you for watching, and have a great day.